Henry has black satanic dots for eyes and a wild thatch of hair. He has no redeeming charm. He's so horrid that even his teddy Mr. Kill avoided him. He's not just mischievous, he is bordering on psychopathic. They're not my words, but those of Dinah Hill in The Telegraph. But how accurate are they? Let's discuss. None of that is to say that, on the television show, Horrid Henry is an angel. He can be a villain himself. Take the time he decides to improve Peter's image, because when you hear Henry say he's going to improve something, you know it's going to go south faster than Silly Simon on roller skates. In the very first season of Horrid Henry, as part of the episode Horrid Henry Tricks and Treats, Henry decides to improve Peter's image by shaving off his hair, shredding Peter's self-esteem like a homework assignment Henry didn't want to do.
With a little bit of effort, you could look really scary.
You see that look on Henry's face? That's evil. Pure evil. Season 1 Henry, he was a different beast, man.
You won't cut too much off, will you?
Of course not. You can open your eyes now.
This, of course, is a terrible thing to do to your own sibling, and Henry is quite rightly grounded for such a malicious, harsh, and downright cruel prank. Honestly, the only thing missing was an evil laugh and a lightning strike. However, in the story Horrid Henry's Nits, which was first published in 1997, a full decade before the TV show first graced our screens, we see Henry in full supervillain mode, plotting something far more cold, calculated, and impactful. If the TV Henry is low-key, book Henry is full-on Thanos. As you may have guessed from the title, Horrid Henry's Nits, in this story, Henry is plagued with nits, or head lice if you prefer. I don't prefer either. I hate the little bastards. I get itchy just looking at it. Ooh! These little bloodsuckers have set up camp in his wild thatch of hair like they're vibing at Glastonbury Festival. The infestation is so bad that Henry counts 47 nits. Henry bro, that's not hair. That's prime real estate for parasites. If you've ever had head lice, and if you know, then you understand just how contagious they are. These things spread faster than COVID did in 2020. So, when Henry's tucking into his sausages, beans and chips at the dinner table, Mum and Dad start scratching like they're auditioning for a flea circus. Naturally they decide the nits must go. But of course, Henry's nit removal goes as well as you'd expect. The parents break out the supersonic nit blasting shampoo, which sounds like a product Batman would use, but Henry being Henry shakes his head so violently that the shampoo goes everywhere. Everywhere, that is, except for Henry's head. The bathroom ends up looking like a soap explosion, and Henry's nits remain untouched, thriving like they're on a luxury cruise. Henry's now facing public humiliation as Miss Battleaxe announces her investigation into the Great Nit Epidemic. In her words, "Who's got nits? Who's not bug busting? We'll all find out soon." Yes, Miss Battleaxe becomes the Sherlock Holmes of scalp infestations. This is a terrible situation for any child. I won't pretend otherwise. But Henry's solution? Oh, it's nuclear. Forget damage control. Henry's plan is to spread the infestation like a bad rumour. Instead of faking an illness, which, let's be honest, is a classic move, he goes full-on biological warfare. He gets up close and personal with his classmates, generously sharing his nits. His first target? Clever Claire. He then moves on to Greedy Graham, and then to the perpetually nervous, anxious Andrew. Emo icon Weepy William, and the perpetually bewildered Beefy Bert are next. Henry even infects Miss Battleaxe. Brave? Or stupid? It's book Horrid Henry, it's probably a bit of both. And so it is that the rest of the class, Lazy Linda, Weepy William, Greedy Graham, Sour Susan and Dizzy Dave, all suffer the humiliation that rightfully belonged to Henry. Even Miss Battleaxe is brought down, embarrassed, in front of her students. The classroom turns into a scene from a disaster movie, all because Henry wanted to dodge responsibility. Giving head lice to your peers and to your teacher isn't just bratty, it's evil actually. Head lice can cause bacterial infections, swollen lymph nodes, as well as various other diseases and maladies. TV Henry would be horrified by this behaviour from his book counterpart. By season 5, TV Henry has surprisingly mellowed out. He's caring, kind, and, dare I say it, compassionate. Book Henry's antics would make TV Henry recoil, like he just saw Perfect Peter break a rule. We see this softer side in the short film Horrid Henry Groovy Grandma, made for Great Ormond Street Hospital's Power of Play hub. It slipped by virtually unnoticed in the Horrid Henry fandom, and I thoroughly recommend tracking it down and watching it for yourself. It's genuinely brilliant. Smash the like button if you'd like me to do a deep dive into this episode. In it, Henry talks about loss with his mum. Henry's grandma, fuming Francesca's mum, died when Henry was just a baby. As they reminisce together, Francesca naturally gets upset talking about her mum's death.
Are you crying, Mum?
A bit.
Are you crying because you're happy or because you're sad?
A bit of both.
Quick reminder to hit subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far, as I regularly post Horrid Henry content. Thank you. Astonishingly, Henry comforts her and invites her to play with the Purple Hand Gang to cheer herself up.
Maybe next time I go out to play, you could come with me. I can remind you how to do it.
I'd like that, Henry. In fact, I think I'd like that very much.
This kind, understanding version of Horrid Henry simply doesn't exist in the books. And when it comes to Peter, sure, Henry messes with him on Halloween, but TV Henry can show compassion.
I can't go in there. I can't tell Mum I didn't win anything. She's going to be so disappointed in me.
Here, worm. Show her this.
Look at the joy on Peter's face when Henry treats him well. This cannot be more different to the ending of the book, Horrid Henry's Knits. Yes, I deliberately withheld the last page earlier. I wanted to save it for the end of the video. Earlier in the story, in addition to infecting his classmates and his teacher, Henry tricks Peter into letting him check for knits. To get close to Peter, Henry lies, telling them that he just wants to see how nice Peter's hair is. It's so lovely and clean, Henry says. Then, with full intent, Henry knowingly gives Peter knits. Peter is devastated when he's humiliated by the vile Knitty Nora in front of everyone. Henry, in turn, smugly reveals that he is completely knit-free. The final page of the book shows Henry smiling and looking very pleased with himself, telling his brother hard luck, like his devious plan to infect Peter was just some harmless accident. Well, it wasn't, Henry. We've got the receipts. TV Henry and Book Henry, they would not be friends. In fact, I'm convinced that TV Henry would be absolutely horrified by the behaviour of his book counterparts. Thank you, Snipe Army, for all your support. If you want a chance at a free membership, hit that subscribe button. I give out 10 free memberships every month during my live streams. Thank you so much for watching. SnipeSnap out.